No. Again, quick look surprised. Hey, Congress, we want to see those documents the FBI is hiding. No. We're classifying these so high level that Congress can't see them. Why? Because they're going to show more damaging evidence. On top of that, I got a bonus for you. And I want you to say to yourself in 3, 2, 1, quick look surprised. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Quick look surprised. WFAA.com. Comey, that is of you-know-who, James Comey, was warned, yet failed to shut down a rogue informant suspected of murder. Unredacted emails recently obtained by WFAA show that James Comey, then a deputy U.S. Attorney General in 2004, I'm thinking, wasn't that around the same time they were going after old Martin Armstrong? Remember his story? They wanted my secret algorithm thing to predict markets. I wouldn't give it up, so they threw me in jail. I was presented with a plea bargain that either I could fight if I said no, and fight it year after year while remaining in jail, or accept the plea bargain, take some responsibility. I've done some time served. I'll be out in no time. He said I took the time. I went ahead and obviously took it. He told the whole story. But James Rotten Comey was the fella in charge who went after this guy. You may not know that. James Comey was partially responsible back then for what happened to Martin Armstrong. So James Comey knew of an informant who's murdering people. Oh, excuse me, suspected of murdering people, and didn't do anything about it. And I've commented on Twitter because I've seen this floating around. How do you think Seth Rich was taken out? How do you think that DA on the beach in Florida in Debbie Wasserman Schultz was taken out? I mean, Unredacted emails recently obtained by WFAA show that James Comey, then a deputy U.S. Attorney General in 2004, was apparently made aware that a drug informant was playing a role in cartel murders. Unredacted emails recently obtained show that James Comey was apparently... why do they say that twice? Why do you say it up here and then say it again next paragraph? However, neither Comey nor other top federal officials named in the emails shut down the investigation or suspended the use of the informant. You're murdering people? Go ahead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Again, this is the highest level of law enforcement in the land. This is federal. Don't you think our tax dollars deserve, I don't know, maybe I don't want to ask for too much, but maybe a smidgen more than letting murderers run around, quite possibly even using them. In my humble opinion, it's possible. Again, MS-13 took out Seth Rich. It was him. I wonder if it was an informant who actually was handed information. Oh, Seth Rich is going to be in this area on this day and this time. Go take him out. In other words, it would be that same FBI in this case who gave the kill order. If that conspiracy, it's a conspiracy. If the conspiracy was true, and we don't know yet. We're going to have to wait and find out. So Comey, knowing this and then proclaiming to be such a Boy Scout, is a little bit hypocritical, said U.S. Representative Michael McCall, Republican, Texas, not Democrat. Notice how when I read stuff like this, you never hear the word Democrat, California, Democrat, New York. No. It's the Republicans who actually exposed this stuff. And chairman of the House Homeland Security Committee. That's the same guy. Actions speak louder than words, he says. In this case, inaction. You've got an informant on a rampage. Your informant is not being controlled. You're consciously aware of that, and you ignore it, said David Finn, a former federal prosecutor and state judge in Dallas. The emails show Comey was copied in on internal concerns about a federal drug informant named Guillermo Ramirez Pero. Oh, probably came from south of the border. No. Again, put up the effing wall. Put up the wall. Most of that illegal activity comes right across the border. I'm curious, was he an illegal immigrant? Was he actual citizen? Don't think it's going to cover that in this article, but whatever. Nicknamed Lelo, suspected of supervising or assisting in murder while the U.S. was paying him $224,000 for inside information on a cartel. In a 2006 story WFAA produced with Lalo, he denied committing murder, but admitted that he was present during cartel killings, including a duplex across the Rio Grande from El Paso in Juarez. Lalo even said he bought supplies and helped oversee the burial of the victims. A dozen bodies were later found on the property, most with their hands bound. Witnesses at the time told WFAA that some murder victims had plastic bags over their heads and appear to have been buried alive. The Department of Justice guidelines, both in 2004 and 2018, require informants to be closely monitored. The guidelines also specifically forbid informants from participating in violent crimes. Quote, they knew what was going on all the time because it's not something that happens in 1 week, Lalo told WFAA in 2006. Comey insists, though, detailing recently in his book, A Higher Loyalty, that his career was always defined by ethics and the strict rule of law. Last month, Comey tweeted, confidential human sources, the actual term, are tightly regulated and essential to protecting the country. Well, unless you got rogue murderers that you know about running around, Here's what's so outrageous. The government was aware of it. They were copied on emails, and yet they did nothing, Finn added. If you're an informant for the DOJ, you cannot break the law. And when we say, when they say break the law, murder, not just, well, he was kind of doing some little drug deals on the side, not that. Not that that's good anyways, but no, murders. Has to do with murders. Unbelievable. So a little bit more to this story. I'll post the link. Donald Trump, please, a little bit faster. A little bit faster if you can possibly muster it up. Drain the swamp. I know you're trying hard. You're doing a great job, by the way. But we can just pick the speed up on that just a little bit. Like we're saying here lately. Maybe July is going to be full of super duper interesting events. That's what we keep hearing. Let's see what happens. Take care.